It's truly our honor and privilege to welcome someone exceptional to this evening. But before I dive into introducing him, let me ask you something. Like, what comes to your mind when you hear about someone who's a poet, a singer, a philosopher, and also a mentor? Well, maybe at first, but when you meet someone like Mr. Pragyan and Misra, you'll realize that it's not intimidating, it's inspiring. Pragyaji is someone who has mastered the art of balancing so many roles with grace. He is a graduate from the prestigious Northumbria University in the UK, and he has over 15 years of experience in the corporate world. But that's not just one part of his story. Pragyaji is not just a professional, he is also a teacher, a mentor, a philosopher. Currently, he mentors students at the Regional College of Management in Bhubaneswar, where his guidance goes beyond academics to inspire young minds to think deeply about life. And as IITians, we know how important it is to have someone who can challenge our thinking and help us see things from a very new perspective. In his incredible ability he has to connect with people through his words, whether it's poetry that stirs your emotions or philosophical ideas that make you pause and reflect. Even though we are meeting virtually tonight on Google Meet, I can already feel how impactful this session is going to be. So, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are joining us from, whether at your desk or relaxing on your couch, let's give a big virtual round of applause for the one and only Mr. Pragya Anand Mishra. Sir, we are so excited to have you here with us tonight. I would like to hand over the rest of the commentary to Rishabh.
Good evening, sir. I hope you are doing fine. And
Hello, everyone. It's so exciting to meet all of you. Virtually, I can feel all your presence and energies right now showering on me. On a Sunday evening, like in spite of all like your hectic schedules and all that, you have joined. I'm so much thankful to all of you to invite me, and it's a great pleasure. And especially Atul, thank you so much for like inviting to me such a it's a great thing to see all of you excited and happy to talk to me. What shall I say? First of all, is it like voice? It's okay.
yes, sir, you are audible, sir. Everything is
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. Okay. So see, from the earliest of I can like remember, I have had a life which is full of like sound. So this sound thing is a like a love for music, love for the sound, the energy actually, because we all like in our life, I think 70 to 90% of like everything that we understand goes through our eyes actually. So we are like so much, like totally dependent on our eyes, that we sometimes forget that we have like a two lovely pair of ears, and this ears are like eyes can we can shut down to our like we can stop seeing from our eyes also. God has given us that ability to stop close our eyes, but our ears, they don't never close. It's always like open, and it's like, and we knowingly or unknowingly, even when we are sleeping, we are collecting sounds, and like the brain that we have, it creates memories. Okay, so it kind of it gives you from the birth till your death a kind of a constant companion to your life. So without sound, I think we cannot exist in this world, because if we go back to like the very origin, we call it like the Big Bang theory, right? So it's something like it happens with a bang. Everything happens with a big bang, but we don't see the sound. We just don't give our consciousness to the sound. So I think we should always, start becoming aware of the sound that we are having all around us. Okay, so it's like if I like stop my video here. It is just like a radio channel which we all had earlier. So we are so much like used to this like visual thing. Okay. One of my favorite quotes, like it says, "Your eyes cannot see what your mind does not know." ओके, तो जो भी हम जानते नहीं वो देख नहीं सकते, like we cannot see that actually. Similarly, your mind cannot hear what, or your ears cannot hear what your mind does not know. So there are so many different types of sounds available on earth which we are unaware of. We human beings, we are so proud of our knowledge, right? We are so proud of we become so proud that we become egoist and egocentric people at the end of the day. uh, our own heartbeat also we cannot hear.
Over there, he says, let's do Rx equals 0 and that.
Okay. uh, so I don't know, like what is the agenda of like how you go through this process. Like, do you want me to go on, or like do you have any
So
questions
we
to
can,
ask?
sorry to interrupt you, sir.
Yeah,
We can
please.
have a, two-way flow conversation. So
Yeah.
as you told that sound, or that if our brain doesn't know something, we cannot see that. Similarly for the hearing. So do you mean that perspective, or the visibility of something is very important, right? So
Yeah.
for example, if someone doesn't know that there is something called plane, he never wants to be a pilot. So
Yeah.
can you please elaborate that on, and that also becomes with the privilege of a someone also, that someone has that accessibility of that thing.
Yeah.
Do you mean that by that notation?
I know, like you talked about perspectives, right?
Exactly, sir.
So, yeah. So, our perspective is totally dependent on our vision.
Exactly, sir.
So, our perspective is like we haven't changed our perspective to our ears actually.
Hmm.
Okay. And that is why, because we have never been taught into it actually from our childhood.
Hmm.
I think the most important part of our brain
Yeah.
is the pineal gland.
Yes.
Okay, that pineal gland is the center of all this consciousness, subconscious thing that we are having. Okay, and 80 to 90% of people's pineal glands by the age of 15 to 20, it becomes calcified. Okay, it becomes like all that junk that we eat or everything, it goes down there also. Like how our vision goes, that part also it goes down. So through there are like certain techniques which we can open it up, and the pineal gland is called the happiness gland. See, the ultimate pleasure of like of our human being existence, like whatever pleasure that we like experience, the ultimate pleasure comes from like our physical pleasure, right? It is all
Yes,
like
sir.
from the body, but we have been like restricted to just the body. We haven't gone to the head actually. All our pleasures are like below our head. Okay, so it isn't gone to our head, like we haven't reached to that realm of like ecstatic pleasure that
Hmm.
comes out from the pineal gland, because the pineal gland secretes a psychedelic neurotransmitter which is called DMT. We have
Yes.
in music a psychedelic rock.
Yes, yes, sir. Cyclic rock, and there are binaural beats also for our.
Yes.
Exactly,
Yeah.
sir.
So that those kind of secretions, when they start happening, you become fearless, you become more confident, you don't have negative thoughts.
Hmm.
So sound is actually a medicine.
Yeah.
Sound is not just something that we get pleasure out of it actually. It cures us, it heals us, and the pineal gland there best at the back of our head where it is, it's called a third eye. Like
Yes,
in
sir.
our, we call it a third eye. So they say no opening of a third eye actually. So all the spiritual seekers, they all are into like sound seekers actually. They talk about the sound that goes on in your head actually. and there is also one sound which is soundless. So we
So
are
basically,
aspiring to hear that. So the
basically, you
first,
mean
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah.
everyone who, like, who are seeking spirituality are actually want to listen that sound of the divine. They are not
Okay.
able to listen, right? So,
Yeah.
and everything which continues on as I know, like in meditation, we have to focus on one thing. That can be a sound of om or
Okay.
anything. So
Yeah.
according to you, or the thing you are right now telling us, that sound is very important, and by sound we can unlock some potential of our brain which can
Yeah.
help us.
Yeah.
So can you please elaborate on this topic, like how can we do that? Or for example, we student, we consume a lot of data, lot of media, and as our Gen Z word, there is called brain rot content. That doesn't mean anything, but we consume daily
Yeah.
for hours and hours on Instagram,
Yeah.
on YouTube.
No,
But
it's not just your generation. Actually, it has been happening for the past like 200-300 years. Like
okay, so
in our generation, we used to read newspapers actually. So there was newspaper was like full of like full of shit actually. But we used to read them, okay, because that was the only thing that it was like called like
oh,
Illuminati people. They just read newspapers.
so Illuminati. So according, so even your time has the Illuminati concept, right?
Yes.
We have that, and we think that that's a conspiracy, big conspiracy, that every rich people is from Illuminati. So at your time also there was this concept or conspiracy.
Yes, yes. It's been there from time immemorial. See, this conspiracy, what you're talking about.
Yes, sir.
There are a group of people, those who have things in their life, and
Yes,
there's a group of people do not have anything in their
anything.
life.
Exactly,
So
sir.
this group who have, they don't want them to come and join them, okay?
Oh,
So
okay,
they want
wow.
them to remain like poor, remain like illiterate, remain like they just want them to do their work for them. Okay, you can call it capitalism, you can call it anything, but it
Hmm.
exists in this world. You don't want any people to like improve. There are 90% of people who
Hmm.
are
Yes,
trying
sir.
to pull down other people actually. That's the only job they have because they are trained into it. Their mindset has been, the perspective has been that if there are four people, I kill four people, then I'm the only one left, so I'll become the winner. So it's
Hmm.
the theory of elimination, actually. Okay, the negation and the elimination which goes on. That's the
Hmm.
wrong side. It's been fed to us through all our books and all stuff that we are going through, actually.
So that
So
there is
our
limitations of resources, and we have to fight for it.
yeah, and
Yes.
the secrets are always kept for the higher society. Okay, the
Okay.
only thing that we all should aspire for. Okay, like so many, like if you can talk about uh, many ancient philosophers, they have all said that this pineal gland is like this soul of the entire body actually.
Yes, sir.
So that is where everything remains there because it makes us like human, and it makes us emotional, and it also makes us like free from emotion.
Hmm.
See, throughout
Yes.
our lives we are dependent on other people.
Yes.
Okay, I need someone to love.
Yeah.
I will never understand love myself. I need to have someone to love, and that person will always break my heart. That's the ultimate thing.
True, sir.
I can never break my own heart actually, because
Yeah.
it's my thing, that
Yes,
this
sir.
self love, nobody has been like, you don't say like Happy Valentine's Day to yourself actually.
Yeah.
You
Exactly,
always
sir.
like find someone to say, or you are sad that there is nobody to say at that actually.
Well, I am sad, sir, but okay, let's continue.
No,
No.
you shouldn't be sad because you have your ultimate, that Param Shiva inside you actually.
Hmm.
And that person is sitting there waiting for you to like waking up.
Hmm.
Okay, and like with sounds, with all this like extra
Hmm.
things which nobody teaches us.
Hmm.
And these are the, see, the ears are your like doors. They are the doors. There's the opening there for us.
Okay.
It's a major opening to the brain that God has given us. And like for example, I'll tell you, like we see a flower,
Hmm. Yes, sir.
we kind of like taste a flower also. We can But can we hear the sound of the flower?
Oh, we can't serve basically, as far as I know, we
It
can't.
is there. There is a sound of a flower also. There's sound of everything in this world. And the more we hear or the more we align ourselves, see, it's all about alignment.
Hmm.
It's about like understanding like who you are, like where in this world, what is the journey that you are about to embark for yourself. We have a dual thing,
Hmm.
one for the society and one for ourselves.
Ourselves.
Yeah, that ourselves is a very secret thing that we have.
Hmm.
And if I like, if you remember like or if you know, there is something called a Zohari window. So it's like a four chamber like window.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
It's like
so
a
are you?
graph in mathematics, four quadrant graph, and there is a line between them, right, sir?
Yeah, okay, so
Exactly.
in one chamber it is like your like hidden area
Ah.
where you who you are, you know, nobody else knows what it is. Another is like the open area where everyone else, like in the whole world, they know that who you are.
Hmm.
There
My
is one more.
identity towards the society, basically.
Yes, and it's one more area is there where they know about you but you don't know about yourself.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh, wow, okay. So basically, what people think about myself, but when I'm not there,
Yeah, like for example, I can say that okay, you are a very good singer, you can sing, but you don't believe in that. Oh, I'm base, I'm
I might.
average. Yeah,
Exactly. Got it, sir.
but the most secret place, the secret chamber of that four thing in our life is the unknown area. In
Hmm.
that unknown area, like neither you nor the entire world knows who you are. Okay, like you can be a very good guitar player, you haven't even seen what is a guitar.
Hmm. Okay.
So that kind of thing in life, in future, whatever, like tomorrow you can become a CEO of a company. Okay, maybe
Yes.
that's what you aspire for, but you can become a CEO of like the entire, you can become a prime minister of this country. Now this is something
Exactly,
which
sir.
nobody ever imagines or thinks about it or like doesn't aspire for. We aspire for petty things, you know, like a Ferrari or like a Lamborghini. Boys with the toys, that's all.
Boys for the toys for the big boys, basically, sir.
It's
Cars
all,
and
it's
everything.
put in our head that that
Hmm.
is your ambition, that you need just a car, nothing else.
Hmm.
They don't tell you that you invent petrol. Okay,
Yes, sir.
you
Sir,
can
so
invent. Yeah.
okay, so sorry to interrupt you, sir. Like, there's a lot of question in my mind right now, and this I know if we start talking, this can go like to the midnight. So let's make a basic framework. What we're gonna talk today. As you told me, sir, that we are students, we are youngsters, we are heavily distracted. It's very hard for us to even concentrate for 30 minutes. So
Yeah.
I want to know that how can we, with the help of music or the sounds you are telling me or us, that how can we increase our concentration or be like that. And second thing, what I want to talk about, the exposure thing. For example, I come from Jharkhand, sir, for myself. In
Okay.
Bihar, Jharkhand, there's a saying that become IS officer, that's the biggest thing you can achieve. Okay, but someone who is from Bombay, maybe for him, or for someone from his from Gujarat, maybe for him setting up a business can be a much bigger thing or some a much better thing. So do you think, sir, this perspective or the exposure thing is much like it's the most important thing, and we have to focus on experiences, and at the very young age we have to try different things at first, then we have to decide. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. So see, first thing you like said about is concentration.
exactly, sir.
Okay. So that's the major hurdle that we have in our lives.
Absolutely.
So when we have a hurdle, like how can we do an analysis? Like who is creating that hurdle for us?
Mm.
Are we creating it ourselves or that hurdle is creating by the society? Okay. So we can say it's both ways it's happening. So once you have like, see, concentration, what do you believe by concentration? Tell me.
So, what I believe by concentration is that have like being able to focus on a thing at a very point of time. For example, I'm writing something, but suddenly a different kind of thought come to mind. For example, I have to do this, and my concentration breaks. So
Okay.
for me, concentrating or focusing on a single thing on a single second at that very point of time is concentration. But I want to know more about it, so that's why I'm
I
asking, sir.
know. See, we set our goals, right? So if you set your goals like for the first next half an hour, I'm going to sit and write something.
Yes,
So
sir.
immediately your brain tells you, no, there are thousand things to do actually. So we need to conquer that part first. And like when you're setting a goal, like sitting there and doing it is a big task actually. No, and then having a enthusiasm to continue it also is a big task, because sometimes what we think that I can sit here and write for half an hour may not be a practical goal actually. Okay, maybe I do not have the skill set to write something for the next 30 minutes. Actually, I have a skill set of writing for the next 10 minutes or 5 minutes. After that, my mind or my skill set is like getting exhausted. Okay, so we have to understand ourselves. See, number one problem of all of us, everyone, is our ego actually. Okay. So
Yeah.
what is the first thing we have to understand is like we have to understand that this ego of ours is a it's a mammoth sitting on our head actually. Okay. What it does, it never allows us to do anything. Okay.
Hmm.
So you need to, like, you cannot control our ego, you need to trick him. Okay. You need to just trick him and
So,
tell him that
sir,
okay, yeah,
sir, according to you, as you just mentioned ego, I always had this weird fascination about ego, that is it good or bad? If you go to any king or anyone who is very according to a society is very successful, he will say a man has to have ego. A man without ego isn't a man.
yeah,
But for always me, like I always try to neglect that ego wala part and be like, no, ego is bad. And that helped me because it made me a good human being. So what's your take on this? Like, how can a person manage this ego in this mind? Like, is it good or is it bad, or how can we balance the good and bad part of it? Because sometimes ego plays a very vital role if you want to achieve something, told by
yes.
people who are successful.
Yes. See, what you are saying, ego, what is
Yeah.
the meaning of ego? Ego is not pride. Okay. Ego is like the self that we are. That's so aham. Okay.
Aham. Aham.
Yeah. Aham. Like right now, like what Atul kindly told all of you like about me is just my journey, right?
Hmm.
Now, if I think that, oh wow, I'm such a great achiever of life, that's my ego talking actually, right? But if I say that this is nothing, like I have to do so many things in life, I'm just starting. Okay. You have to negate yourself all the time because your ego will never go away. Okay. Your ego is like in our Indian system, we call it like so aham, soham.
Hmm. So,
Okay. The very form of our existence is our ego. Okay. So we need to hide that inside us, literally under our underwears actually. Okay,
yes, sir.
because it's that's the place where it should be actually. It's not to be shown to anyone.
Hmm.
Okay, that's aham, it becomes like soham. Okay, but we have to have that, like Shankaracharya has written that nirvana shatakam, like have you heard about it? Okay, there's
I
a
have heard
very
about Nirvana.
beautiful,
Basically,
uh,
yes.
like somebody asked like Shankaracharya, like who are you? Okay,
Hmm.
so he said that that whole poem, that poetry actually. Okay, so that's what he says, I'm not anything, I'm just like that form of that Shiva
Hmm.
who is always happy.
The
Okay, so one thing you have to measure. See, everything we need to measure. Like suppose, like you are drinking alcohol and like you say like, okay, this is the limit. I should stop now. Okay, so that is how you control your ego also. Okay, that is how you say to yourself, no, that's something I need to draw a line. So when you are conscious of yourself, you can do that.
hmm.
When you are not conscious, when you are not practicing consciousness, you cannot control that. Okay, even a simple mosquito also has ego. Okay, even any, because that is the nature of a being that is existing. Anybody who has life will have ego. Okay, but you need to have that consciousness to understand it. Once you understand it, you can control it.
Hmm.
Okay, it's like when I teach this body language, when I say to people to control their hands, how to use them. Okay, use and like make postures, make it correctly, so do things like in a systematic well manner.
Hmm.
See, when I was in England, when I was studying there, the major difference I found the people of England and India like is that they do everything they want to do without
Yes.
ever bothering about who is thinking about what. Okay, we Indians, we know what we do is we restrict ourselves. Okay,
Hmm.
because and that restriction becomes kind of a negative energy. Someone who thinks that I'm very pious and still in your mind says I want to taste the taste of a beer, how it is. So just go and taste it and say okay, it's
Hmm.
not for me. That's it. That part is over. But
So,
what
sir,
we do is like we restrain ourselves like no, I'm pious, I'm good, so I won't do that, but your brain wants to do that all the time.
okay. So, sir, basically, what I'm getting from here that
Sir. Hello, sir.
Prince,
Can I request something?
yes, Prince, please.
Sir, I want to, sir, continue the class of we have to talk about sound. Uh, if,
Okay, we are coming to
Yeah,
that. We will come to that.
this is
uh,
all about sound. Okay, see,
um,
when you have ego you cannot hear anything. Okay, so we have to understand because our basic like existence in this world, we have to understand that if we become a formless thing, like when you achieve kind of a happy state constantly, like every time you are like happiness all the time. So that state, that the only thing which troubles us is that ego part. I know it's ego is a very common term or like common thing, but it is the one which creates all this problem. Okay, so the problem to like participate in something which you don't want to, or the problem of getting into like wasting your own personal time. See, our time in this world is very very limited. Okay, and it is your time. The time that you are spending, say the time I'm spending with you or the time you are spending with me or listening to me, this is the something that it's I should be very grateful of you that you are listening to me. It's not that I'm telling and you are all listening. It's always like that. Okay, so when you are like investing your time and you should get something out of it, and it's like for your own self development, this is the age, this is the place where you have to focus only about yourself. We focus on like the world, we focus on everything like just to impress other people. Okay, we don't do things to like for our own sake. Actually, I want to become an IS officer just to because like it is the only thing to do in this world. Okay, but if I want to like start a small like school, or like I want to do something like which makes me feel very happy, so that is what you should have that courage to do that. Okay.
Hmm. That's actually very true, sir. So basically, what we are doing is that people actually they are not pious. They are scared of social judgment. That people will think the certain way that I am this. If I drink alcohol, people will think I'm not acceptable by society by the norm that are created by humans only. Okay, that we understand. So from our audience, they all want that we should continue the sound things of
Yeah.
so for let's start from the basic. I'm a student, 20 of age of 20 years old, and I am not able to focus on things. I with the help of sound I want to increase my focus ability, and be a better person. So let's start from the basic what we can do with the very small steps. So sir, please let's start with basic and then we will go at a high.
Okay. See, to improve anything, we need to practice. Okay.
Yes
The
sir.
first thing is that we have to practice for concentration. Now, the only thing what practice for concentration, we have ever been saying it's all about meditation, right?
Yes sir.
So meditation, see, it's a very very generic term or very wide thing. Like if you're focusing on something, that is also meditation. But the thing is how to expand it. Now, anything like your endurance or your strength for anything, let's suppose you are like walking for 2 kilometers every day, you can like one day if you walk for 10 kilometers, so it becomes like an extension of what you have been doing. Okay. Or suddenly nobody has like somebody has not like walked for a quite some time and suddenly he cannot walk for 10 kilometers. For the next couple of days or like 3 4 days, he will be in a tired stage. Similarly, brain also is a muscle and we need to expand it. And thoughts are the biggest problem for our brains. Now, there is one thing that I want to ask all of you. All the thoughts that are there in your mind, do they make sound?
Yes, it does, and I would request everyone to please open your mic and please answer. So for me, it does.
Yes, sir. Good.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. It
Yeah.
has vibrations.
Yeah. No, literally, it tells you something, right?
Yes, sir. It's like a continuous talk of someone in my mind. Even when I'm silent, someone is talking inside me. It feels like that.
So, who's that someone?
It's like nad. Myself only.
Probably myself or some. It's. That's
Myself
why I'm here. Sir. I
selfless.
want to know. I want to learn. I want to know about
Nad,
myself.
Yes.
nad.
I think who's saying that? Prince, I think, not.
Yes,
Prince,
sir.
please
Yes,
unmute
sir.
yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, Prince, I recognized you with your voice
Thanks, sir.
because every voice has a face in it. So
Yeah, yeah, sir.
I don't see your face, but see your voice. That's your face. Okay. So like when you say something, when you are like when you're entering an interview, when you're giving an interview, when you're saying something, when you're um, asking for like something, it's all about your voice, and that is your like existence also. We forget that actually. I'll come to that later on. First, these thoughts that are there in our mind. There is a clutter in our head going on constantly. Okay. So I did not like that latest pick of one of my friends, and whether he will think like, or whether he will come and like my pick or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I missed out so many things. All this kind of talk that goes on in our head. One question, all of you, is that you?
Probably not, sir. Maybe.
Okay.
Hmm.
You can do one thing, like
Maybe we are hiding something.
you can Google and just say there like things that define you and things that do not define you. Okay. What are the things that you do that define you? So there is a list of things, and the things that does not define you, there's also one list of things. Check that and tell me like what is the most significant thing that is there which doesn't define you is your thoughts.
So,
Okay.
shall we do this right now?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Can I
We'll
request
keep this
something,
very
sir?
interactive today. We'll do a lot of things. Okay.
Can I
Yes, sir.
request something, sir?
Yes, Prince.
Sir, can I know what's question is in Hindi?
I'm just asking you, just go to Google and check like what are the things that define us and what are the things that does not define us.
Okay.
Okay. You just put that the same sentence you put it, you'll get a picture there, you'll get a graph, you'll get a lot of things there. You see that. Like what are the things which define us?
Atul, if possible, search that question and pin up that image in the meet so everyone can see that.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. I'm doing that.
एंड और एक बात मैं बोल देता हूँ, हिंदी में बात करना कोई कोई ऐसी दिक्कत नहीं है, आप हिंदी में बात कर सकते हो, सर को हिंदी
अरे
समझ में आती है,
हिंदी
मतलब
हमारा राष्ट्रीय भाषा है, यही
राष्ट्रीय
तो
भाषा है
बात।
एकदम।
हाँ,
तो हम हिंदी में बात कर सकते हैं, और अगर किसी को
100% हिंदी में ही करेंगे।
परेशानी नहीं है, अगर किसी को
नहीं ऐसा,
परेशानी नहीं है।
देखो, इट्स जस्ट अ
जी सर।
हैबिट, आई स्टार्टेड इन इंग्लिश, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है एक्चुअली।
हाँ, तो
वही
अगर
तो
हमें
प्रॉब्लम
परेशानी
है।
ना हो सर, आपको भी ना हो, तो हम अगर वार्तालाप को हिंदी में कंटिन्यू करें, इंग्लिश में भी कर लेंगे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, अगर हिंदी में रखें तब भी कोई ऐसी परेशानी नहीं होनी चाहिए हमें सर।
नहीं,
तो
कोई हिंदी, कोई इंग्लिश नहीं, नहीं चाहिए। ओके, सो you can see like the things that define you, one list, and things that don't. Yes, that's the first one, that green one.
फर्स्ट,
You, yeah, put that up actually. Yes, that one. Okay.
जस्ट जस्ट
Yes,
मैग्नीफाइंग
sure,
दैट।
sure, sure.
दैट इज विजिबल, दैट इज विजिबल।
Yeah,
Okay.
things that don't define you, things that actually define you. Your mistakes, your problems, your disability, and your thoughts. ये सब लेके पूरा लाइफ कट जाता है। क्यों किया, क्यों हुआ, like all that. Okay.
वेरी ग्रेट।
Actually, what defines you is your personality, your creativity, your experience, your perspective. जिस जिस दृष्टिकोण से तुम देखते हो दुनिया को, वो तुम्हारा है। और जो हैबिट्स है, जो एटीट्यूड है तुम्हारा, पॉजिटिव या नेगेटिव कुछ भी, योर हैबिट्स, जो हैबिट्स बनते हैं, जो हैबिट छूटते हैं, वो सारी चीज़। ओके, सी हम लाइफ में हजार चीज करते हैं, एक मिस्टेक करते हैं, उस मिस्टेक को पकड़ के रखते हैं पूरा लाइफ लॉन्ग। 10th में इतना मार्क क्यों आया, सब, आई थिंक इट्स माय प्रॉब्लम। Is it okay now, the sound?
Yes, sir. Yes, absolutely, sir.
It's a
Yes,
very
yes.
nice session, sir.
Yeah.
Very nice session, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, okay.
Excuse me, sir. Can you
Yeah.
tell those things in English as I don't understand Hindi, please?
I think I told in English only actually, right?
Yeah,
So,
I
see,
just
if
joined
you,
now. Okay.
yeah, if you look at that picture, what Atul had put in, or like I don't know who had put that. So, see, what defines you, you have to understand that first. Okay, like tum kaun ho, like who are you? If I ask this question, can you tell me who are you? Who was the one who just answered right now?
अतुल।
Atma, soul.
So you are soul, right?
You
Okay.
can't define soul.
Actually,
So who are you?
In my perception, I'm a student and I'm a person.
See, that is what you are right now. Okay, you
सर
can be a you can be a student for your entire life. It's okay, but that is what you are. It's not who you are. The what or who में फर्क है actually.
सर आई थिंक द होल पर्पस ऑफ लाइफ इज टू फाइंड दैट क्वेश्चन, दैट हु आई एम।
Yes. Yeah.
And
So
if any day if I get it, I think the game is over. You have that who I am, and then you can go to, again, that's a very philosophical term, I would say.
no, that's one question of your life. It's not
Okay,
over.
that's no, not the
Second
whole.
question is like, why are you here?
What's my purpose?
Yeah.
So sometimes this question appears to me also. That
Yes.
why I am at a certain point in India, in this place and in this place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because of
that's
like this entire, you can like say it negatively as a conspiracy of the whole world that you are there. Okay. Or because of like the innumerous number of births that you have taken, and that's the karma, and you are like you are like, repaying all that loan that you have taken in life from so many people. That's why you are here. But you can get free of that, you can like leave that. That's what, like, once you start thinking on these terms, like who you are. Oh, it's making a lot of noise. So once you start thinking about like who you are, like what is the purpose of your life here, so it will push you towards that purpose. Okay. It will not let you like sit and like, waste your time, and you will get away from that entire society. You will focus completely on your own self development, because that's the goal, that's where you are supposed to go. People will pull you down and put it there. It's like, tomorrow is an exam and you are studying. Four of your friends will come, chalo yaar kya exam dete hain? Chalo घूम के आते हैं. Okay. It's not the problem of those four friends. Okay. It is like what ancient our Indian they say na, Indra bhejta hai apsara ko trouble karne ke liye. Okay. So
ऋषियों
there
के
will be
वो बोलते
something
हैं।
that will always create trouble in your life. That's the thing, you need to balance it. You need to understand that and politely refuse it and stay focused. And for that you need a particular kind of meditation actually.
Yes, sir.
um, okay, one second, I'll pull this thing. That's making a lot of noise. Okay, now it's much better. Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah.
how can we define our personality?
uh, See, by getting inside you. Okay, it's called pratyahara in our yoga system. So whatever you are seeing right now, it's you are seeing the outside world. Okay. So what happens is you are comparing yourself with someone that is already there. So if you want to improve this system of yours, you have to be inside. Like you need to check out what is your CPU and how much like gigabytes. Is it like 8 GB or 12 GB or 16 GB? If it is 4 GB, you need to make it 8 or 16 or 15. You can make it. There is enough space inside us. But thing is, like, you are looking outside and saying that it is like 4G going on, so I cannot be 5G. You can be like 1000G. It's like all the people, like, look at our prime minister, for example. Okay. So look at anyone, any successful person. If you look around, you will see that person is like driven towards certain thing at a certain moment. Okay. He's like and that drive comes from inside you. It doesn't come from outside sources. Like those people who look into like Instagram and all those social media, they are all like at the very lower strata of life. Those who are at the highest strata, they create Instagram, or like they become influencers. Okay. So
So one thing I want to say that after looking at the response, I think हमें और ऐसे इवेंट कराने चाहिए जैसे आप जहां पर आप फिर जाओ, क्योंकि मुझे लगता है इस मीट में तो लोग क्वेश्चंस खत्म नहीं होंगे. आई थिंक दिस वाज जस्ट द ट्रेलर. एंड इसके बाद हम क्या करेंगे, मैंने क्या सोचा है, मतलब अल्फाज एंड द काजीरंगा. अल्फाज बेसिकली अल्फाज आवर पोइट्री क्लब. और मैंने
okay.
मैंने अतुल से जाना कि आप बहुत अच्छा गाते भी हो, तो एक म्यूजिक तो हम लोग सुनेंगे, बिकॉज चीजें बहुत वो हो रही थी, फिलोसफिकल हो रही थी, या कभी कभी फिलोसफिकल चीजें थोड़ी सी ओवरवेलम कर जाती हैं लोगों को जो पहले टाइम बार में आ रहे हैं.
पहले फिलोसफी आता है, फिर पोइट्री आता है ना.
यस सर, दे आर कनेक्टेड सर. एक्चुअली मैन, सर फिलोसफी
Yeah.
मैंने एक किताब पढ़ी थी हिंदी, मतलब इंडियन फिलोसफी, अष्टवक्र की गीता. दैट आई लव्ड अ लॉट. इफ यू एंड उसमें मैंने देखा था कि जो वो होता है कि अहम, दैट ईगो, that helped me a lot. So again, I'm telling everyone, for sir has literally dissect every question at a very like kanu कहते हैं सर एटम को हिंदी में, अनु, at that very atomic level. So please go and read philosophy. That will help you. Not only the Western one, Eastern one also. We have Charvak, we have multiple authors, we have Upanishads with us. So that's something from my side. Things are getting very serious. So please, you are very good with guitar as far as I know. Atul just told me that. So can
Yeah,
एक गाना सुन सकते हैं सर हम
No,
actually,
फिर हम
he's
लोग आगे बढ़ेंगे.
yeah,
problem is
he's
right
also
now.
called guitar
Yeah.
with the guru. Sorry, guru with the guitar.
Guru with
And
the guitar.
No, I realized my daughter has taken the guitar to her hostel actually.
Ah,
So I have what like see, but one thing before we get into that, you talked about Astavakra Gita, right?
Ashtavakra Gita. Yes, sir.
Okay. See, we have everything in our life. Okay. Like I am having an like the best of the best computers.
Hmm.
Okay. But I'm not using it because nobody's seeing me using it, right?
Hmm.
कोई देखेगा तभी ना यूज करूंगा, that kind of thing happens. Okay, so
External
we are
validation,
yes, validation and acknowledgement also.
acknowledgement.
Hmm. We are not practicing, like whatever you do, see, the only thing is like abhyas. Okay, that abhyas karo, kuch bhi cheez ka, anything, that riyas, that what we say, like in like thing that you need to like practice on one side, and the other side stay away from the ill effects of the society.
Hmm.
Okay, stay away from, because that is made to make you go down. Okay, the universe has a different plan for you, but the society, this world has a different plan for you. So if it is like you don't have a nature, if you don't have the things inside you, just create it inside. Okay,
Hmm.
so like that om sound you said, okay, it's
Yeah.
actually not om, it's like a u and m
Hmm.
in English alphabets. Okay,
Hmm.
okay, like uh, now अभी ये इंग्लिश अल्फाबेट कहाँ से आ गया? ओके, सो ये आ ऊ और म है. ओके, सो लाइक पहले आ होता है,
Hmm.
फिर ऊ होता है, फिर म होता है.
Hmm.
सो
Sir,
इट्स
I
लाइक
think I have read this because मैं डीएवी से पढ़ा हूँ एंड डीएवी में जो ओम लिखा जाता है इसी तरह से लिखा जाता है अ उ और
यस,
म.
हाँ, बिकॉज वो साउंड ही ऐसा है.
हाँ.
और वो जो अभी प्रिंस ने बताया था, वो नाद जो बोलता है, ओके,
हाँ.
नाद.
नाद.
नाद क्या होता है? लाइक द प्रीमोडियल साउंड that exists in this world. Like for example, if you hear your headphones and stuff like that, it is called white noise, right?
Hmm.
So एक noise है, like the television sound which makes. Okay, okay, somebody is like Roshni. Yeah.
Yeah, sir, can I ask you a suggestion that I'm really deviating from my goal nowadays? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe from chatting or something, and I'm really dependent on that. I'm really seeking my happiness on that, and I'm even, yeah,
No, it's completely all right, Roshni. See, right now when we are talking, also we are debating into so many things, right?
yes, sir.
So it's that's what the beauty of life is. Like it deviates, you know. Okay, you cannot like draw a straight line and tell life to go in that line. Okay,
Mm.
so it has to deviate, it has to spread, it has to go around. Okay, whatever is happening, you cannot don't control it. Okay, just have this blind leap of faith. Okay, just just jump into that. Okay, like and one thing you have to do constantly is, in any situation you have to be happy. Okay, just do that one thing. Can you do
Yes,
that? That's enough for everything. Whatever, if someone is scolding at you also, just look at his eyes and nose and say, "Acha, जब नाक ऐसा फूल जाता है तो मजा आता है." Something like that.
yes,
Okay, sir.
Why at this age of yours? Why should you be so serious in everything? Okay, why? Okay, it's when people say it's a short life. Even I also said, मैं भी बोला था अभी कि short life है, but life also is a very long life.
Hmm.
बहुत टाइम है आगे. ओके, पहले खुद तो तैयार हो जाओ, लाइक कुछ करो. Focus yourself into your practice. Find out one thing that you feel extremely happy to do something, and do that at least for 15 minutes every day. Okay, that will enhance your power, that will enhance. Okay, that will not spoil your, if someone will say like, मुझे स्मोकिंग करने में बहुत एक्सट्रीम हैप्पीनेस लगता है। वो हैप्पीनेस नहीं है एक्चुअली, इट्स अ फेक थिंग। Okay, it's not happiness, it is it's like it's spoiling your body. The only thing that you have in this world is your body, and if you
So,
waste it, um, you cannot you cannot do anything. You become like the slave of other people's, they'll just use it. Okay.
so basically, what I'm getting from everything, that we are not feeling us with things which is coming like from us or inside of us. We are feeling ourselves with things or emotions that are
Hmm.
feeding from a society. If
Yes.
someone says that having this thing or eating an apple is better
Hmm.
than eating an
Hmm.
orange,
Hmm.
so it is basically like we are running behind the validation thing.
Yes,
I'm
it is called
okay.
conformity actually. If
Conformity.
that
Okay.
right word is, see, there are two
Conformity.
things. One is conformity,
Yeah.
that you conform to things,
Yes,
like
sir.
एक ब्लेजर पहनना है तो अंडर एक लाइक फॉर्मल पैंट पहनना है।
Huh. Yes, sir.
ब्लेजर पहन के धोती पहन लो तो क्या गड़बड़ हो गया? मेरा स्टाइल है, धोती लाइक ब्लेजर पहनूंगा, एक हाफ पैंट पहनूंगा। So you have to be that thing. Okay, you have to do something. I think you have to, like, you have to come out of this what the society tells you to do. Okay, you have to come out of everything, and you have to see like what is your body telling you to do. वही तो बोला ना, साउंड हम सुनते नहीं है, अपने बॉडी को हम सुनते नहीं है। योर बॉडी इज टेलिंग यू लाइक देखो ये करो, दिस इज व्हाई यू आर born for. Okay, so this is societal pressure. Yes, Himanshu, it is societal pressure. प्रेशर हम क्यों ले भाई? प्रेशर आज तक प्रेशर माना है कभी?
But sir, I have one question.
Yes,
Yes,
Ashutosh, please.
Yeah, don't you think that whatever we do, whatever action we take, is it somewhere directly or indirectly affected by someone in the society only? So,
100%. That is
so,
what I'm saying actually.
so
See,
whatever like our body is responding, as you said. Sorry to cut you, but
yes, yes, yeah, come
yeah,
on.
whatever our body is responding from
Hmm.
inside. So, don't you think it is also an effect of something that's been happened, or that that is somewhat in the genes also? It could happen
Yes,
with the gene. Yeah.
yes, it happens. Like for example, I'll tell you, like I'm always not good at like the sun. I cannot like tolerate the sun. Okay, सब क्रिकेट खेलते हैं, मुझे बुलाते हैं, आओ क्रिकेट खेलो, मैं नहीं नहीं धूप है, तो क्या धूप है, इतना नाजुक क्यों हो? अरे I cannot, that's it. But what people do, they go and play it, and then they like fall sick because of that. Okay, you understand your body that that going out of in the sun, after like 20 years I discovered that I had something like in astrology what is called a Rahu problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so whenever I go out in the sun I wear a cap. That's the thing you can do for yourself. Okay, so
Yes.
just don't listen because what they are saying is not true. See, the very basic thing I told you, whatever thought comes to your mind is not true. Okay, whatever you think is not true. Whatever you think, it doesn't define you also. If I think right now that this, I'm not getting happy, I'm not getting bored from this talk, I'm going away, it's just a thought. Okay, there doesn't have to take any action in after that thought. Just sit back and just relax and see whether what is that thought, is it driving you? That is one thing. Second thing, you can very easily like say that something which makes you happy is on the right side, something that doesn't make you happy is on the wrong side actually. But having said that, again I'm telling you, all of you, please understand, there's nothing called wrong or right in this world. Nothing. It is only like what you do and you get the consequence of it.
That's the duality of life.
Yes. No, there's no right or wrong. It is like something you have to do, or like you are doing it or you want to do. That's it. So what you want to do, your body will tell you, your mind will tell you, your pineal gland will tell you. Okay, or all your seven chakras in your body, that will tell you. We are not listening to them. The seven chakras, I think you all have heard about it. So that there is the sound of all these seven chakras. Okay,
There is nothing.
the base, the seventh chakra, it is where there is innumerable or intolerable level of light there. Because if it gets released, you will become mad, as simple as that.
The
Because
release of
you're,
Kundalini, sir, you are telling?
yes, yes. So yes, Saktiman.
Weird word about Kundalini. Kundalini.
So
Sir, I have already always like I like my friends know that मुझे एस्ट्रोलॉजी में बहुत इंटरेस्ट था. मैंने एस्ट्रोलॉजी पढ़ी है एक्चुअली, मतलब कैसे होता है चीजें, क्या होता नहीं होता, जैसे आप कह रहे कुंडलिनी चक्र मैंने पढ़ा. पर हमेशा से मैंने, जब विज्ञान का मैं स्टूडेंट रहा हूँ, साइंस का रहा हूँ, एक जो रैशनैलिटी आ जाती है, क्या सही में ये चीज सही है, और फिर हम फंस जाते हैं.
विज्ञान
आप
क्या है?
विज्ञान सर भूगोलिक
इस
जितने भी सारे गतिविधियां हो रहे हैं उनका अध्ययन है.
Then I will tell you, go and read the endocrine system.
Endocrine systems, so then it comes to the bio and again, okay,
That's
yeah,
that's
I
that is
understand
the
what you.
that is the seven chakras.
सर
Okay.
मेरा एक सवाल है सर. हेलो.
Yeah.
हाँ सर, मैं ये जानना चाह रहा हूँ, जैसे मैंने ओशो को कभी कभी पढ़ा है मैंने, मतलब ओशो की स्पीचेस सुनता हूँ मैं, और उनकी एक किताब है मेडिटेशन के ऊपर, द बुक्स ऑफ सीक्रेट्स ऐसे कुछ नाम है, वो मैंने पढ़ा था. उसमें उन्होंने विज्ञान भैरव तंत्र में उन्होंने 112 विधि बताई है मेडिटेशंस की, है ना. तो उसमें से जो आप बता रहे हैं, ये जो 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 आईब्रोज के जो बीच वाला जो हिस्सा होता है ना सर, उस वो पाइनियल ग्लैंड से रिलेटेड होता है.
Yes.
लेकिन सर
Yes.
हाँ, लेकिन सर बहुत सी जगह ये तो है सर, बोला जाता है, लेकिन बहुत सी जगह लोग बोलते हैं कि ये सब चीजें रियल नहीं है. क्योंकि अभी मैंने आचार्य प्रशांत जी को भी सुना था, तो उन्होंने इन 7 चक्रों के आधार पर ये बताया था कि पुराने जमाने में लोगों को समझाना मुश्किल होता था कि मतलब अपने चेतनाओं से उठो ऊपर, मतलब जो हमारा जो नीचे वाला जो चक्र होता है ना, फिर धीरे धीरे हमें अपनी चेतना को उठानी है. तो हमको जैसे बच्चों को बताया जाता है ना, ऐसे एक वैसी टोन में, तो ऐसे उनको बताया गया है कि ये आपके दिमाग तक जाएगा, फिर आप जब आपकी बुद्धि तेज हो जाएगी तो आपका ये सहस्रार चक्र, मतलब जो कमल ऊपर जो होता है वो खुल जाएगा. ऐसे करके बोला जाता है. तो
Okay.
बात तो सर जब मैंने प्रैक्टिकली अप्लाई किया, मतलब कुछ मेडिटेशन चीजें, तो काफी मतलब फर्क तो पड़ा, मतलब पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट ही था. लेकिन एक नजरिया वो भी है, मतलब जो विज्ञान वाला, वो नहीं समझ में आता सर कभी कभी.
देखो, हमारा बॉडी के अंदर दिस पोर्शन ऑफ आवर ब्रेन, व्हाट इज इनसाइड, टिल नाउ humans don't know what is there actually. The prefrontal cortex of the human being. Okay. तो बहुत सारे चीजें हमारे अंदर है जो साइंस ने, वेस्टर्न साइंस, ये सारे चीज ने समझे नहीं. बट आवर एंशियंट्स इन इंडिया, दे हैव स्टडीड, वो लोग सारे इसके ऊपर बहुत रिसर्च किए थे. क्योंकि उस जमाने में लाइक पीपल यूज्ड टू लिव फॉर like 120 years, 130 years happily, just like that. हम लोग आजकल like we are not crossing 80, okay, average. So it's like, can you guess me like what's my age?
Maybe 40.
Okay.
Around
Plus
50.
48.
Almost
Yes,
50.
45.
52, 60. 53.
okay, okay.
52, 53.
55, 59, 45.
40 to 50,
Someone saying
45,
120.
40, 45.
Maybe 62.
So one thing, age doesn't define me.
Exactly.
Second thing, chronologically I am 54. Okay. Chronologically, remember, like chronologically I am 54. Like chronologically you are 20 plus. So chronologically, but like I think I'm 23, 24, like that inside. Okay.
So, sir, I
Mindset.
have.
It's my mindset. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, I
I have
have
a very. Yes, SMN. This I know this session is going to be very much interesting to everyone.
sir.
I would request 1 minute, SMN, please.
Yeah.
1 minute. I would just say everyone that we will be doing, sir, and I request you that please come again. I will say Atul, like to request you please come again, because I know there are people who wants to ask you various questions again and again. So we will do one thing: we will release a form. Every one of you can ask questions to sir, and we can compile you and do another session.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so please join Alfaz. Atul, please can you pin the link? That's our club, sir. That is also important to promote that. Okay, so please do, guys,
Yeah,
do join. There we do
business
poetry
part
and
also
philosophy as well. I
requires.
have an interest in philosophy. That's why we do this. So, okay, SNM, uh, please continue.
यस सर। सर विपासना नाम की भी एक मेडिटेशन होती है,
Hmm.
क्या सर विपासना भी इससे रिलेटेड है? जैसे एस एन गोयनका जी ने ये भारत लेके आए थे ये चीज, और उनका
देखो
शिविर लगता
हाँ
10 दिन का।
सबका see what vipassana like all that everything like see the goal is one. Okay, it's like yahan se if I want to go from here
Moksha.
anywhere to Delhi, there are thousands of roads. Okay, so some people like find their own road and make it their own, or some people follow some other people's roads. Okay, it is up to you, like it's how you make it. But what I believe or what I have understood is like there has to be a very simple method of like learning things. Okay, who has this in this today's world, who has the time to read all the puranas, everything and stuff like that, so many stuff, everything? Why should we all read that? Okay, the only thing that you need to understand is your own mind and body, because that is where everybody is confused. That is where everybody, all this knowledge also sometimes will confuse you actually, because you're not ready to like understand or digest what is written there. That's one thing. Second thing, earlier days there used to be like gurukuls, like all of you bunch of like kids. When you suppose like you come to my house, I'll give you one task every day. So there was no questions asked, everybody used to do that. In today's world nobody will do that. you know
Yes,
so
sir.
you will all jump off and like say like what is the end. That's the dopamine that is there in our body. It always requires a result and result, like why should I do this? That's why people don't practice. If I just tell you all of you to say like that's all. This four letter you do it every day for the next 20 days, that I lose all my students actually. Nobody will come to me because bas itna hi. But that itself will build something, right? So it will create your vision. Divya Drishti. See, what is this Divya Drishti? Tell me. Why should we talk about this vision that I'm talking? Why am I talking about pineal gland? Because that's one thing. There's something called a pituitary gland also in your head. So
Yes.
it's different. This is different. This gives you ultimate like pleasure. It you don't need anything else actually. But then like uh, SNM, okay, he talks about vipassana and all that.
यस सर।
Uh, can we do like just 30-second meditation?
यस सर, श्योर
Sure,
सर।
sir. Sure, sir.
And this meditation you can do it anywhere, like everywhere. Like you don't have to sit, you don't have to keep your spine erect, you don't have to uh, like dilute all your thought processes, and you do have to like do everything like what all the other meditations are talking about. Only very few people talk about this meditation. They also do talk actually, but see, just look at your hands. Okay, if you just look at your hands. Okay, so when you start looking at your hands, can you feel there is some vibrations going on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is your starting point. Okay, from your hand you move on to your entire body, and you feel the vibration every time wherever you are sitting in a class, you are anywhere. Just this is your consciousness. This is putting your mind to your consciousness. It is your body. You're actually focusing on your body. Then only you can hear your own thoughts that are actually your thoughts. You can hear about uh, what would I say, like your heartbeat actually. That thing. See, hum sab, like we are so much of into this pressurized world that we are not able to hear our own thing. We are mirroring the society, because that's the image, that you have a car, you have a house, you have a family, you have everything, and then you are successful. That's the image. Okay, But
Society.
how much are you but successful? Like 90-80%. Why do then we have depression? Why do you have divorce? Why do you have all these things? Because we are not understanding who we are. Okay. See, just this simple meditation, just sit, like stand wherever, and you can feel the vibrations in your hand. So consciously, when you close in, next time, like slowly, the next step I'm telling you, because you will practice this. First is this: see the vibrations. Then you close in. Imagine there is a like big ball, invisible ball in your hand that you are pressing it. You can feel that ball. You can feel some soft thing inside your hand without touching it. So just that, being aware of this thing. Okay, this is one kind of a simple meditation you can do everywhere. Just see, if you see all these people who are doing like when they are on public, or you can just look at their hands, how they keep their hands, because that's where their focus is, because that's where their thought process comes from, because the hands are all like nerve endings. Okay, it is like the part of you which is releasing to the whole world. So when you keep it to yourself and you start talking it, okay, that's one thing, one kind of a simple, anywhere you can, inside a train, bus, car, going with a bike, anywhere you can just focus your mind. Because what we are doing is we are thinking too much. Actually, we are just thinking too much, overthinking, just thinking. Just you have to reduce that part. And then next comes your breathing part, this part. Okay, then comes your one small meditation which you can like practice is like, okay, I can see only Rishabh, right?
Please
One.
open your
Yes, sir.
camera, guys. Please, if you can,
Yes, sir.
please.
I'm listening.
Yeah, I know, all of you are listening. I understand. I'm more of that, sound guy. So so do one thing, like a meditation has to be a journey. Okay,
Yes.
meditation, you cannot sit and just unthink yourself. It is not possible, because you, the moment you say unthink, like millions of thoughts will jump in. It's a reverse psychology happening inside your brain. Okay, so what you do is like close your eyes, all of you, just 30 seconds. Okay, close your eyes, take a deep breath, breathe in and breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Remember today's like lunch, what you had. Just look at the lunch. Remember the last time you rode a bus or a train. Now remember your last day in school, your school uniform, your first day in school, your first school teacher, your last day of school, your first day in college, your lunch today, the sound of the music right now, my voice, and you can open your eyes.
That
It
was
was
very
great, sir.
emotional ride, actually.
Yes, it was
I
too.
was remembering my first day of school and last day of school.
I know. So where is this information. If you concentrate every day, you can sit for 5 minutes and just go back, go take that ride, go back, take all those this all the it's like, opening up your private pictures and seeing them again and coming back and keeping them private.
Yes, sir.
That's
It
kind of,
was like opening a gallery in my phone.
it's like
Riding a
that.
roller coaster of past.
Yes. And this is how you should meditate. That's nothing called meditation. It's like the memory that you have. The brain, we always form memory, and the opposite of this also you should do. Like, you should see the exact house that you are going to build, or like the exact place
Manifestations.
where you can build. Yeah, it's manifestations is like, when you think about the future, it is manifestation. When you think about the past, it's memory. It's the same thing. Okay. But why I'm saying, it's actually manifestation is there, but it is actually there. When you talk to your body, you can actually see that. You can actually feel the presence of, like, see, it's like something like, you have this intuition inside you. Okay. There's some, I think that sound is disturbing you or not? No.
No, sir. There's
No,
nothing.
sir, it's not coming through.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, okay, fine.
So,
Yeah.
before we jump on, Atul is continuously telling me that let's sing a song. He's a fabulous singer. Even right now, after listening that much about you, even I'm curious. So, sir, please,
Yes,
if
sir.
you can,
Please.
only two
That's a
lines,
request.
it will be amazing for us.
Okay. Uh, See, I can sing like a lot of
Any song,
songs.
sir.
Okay.
Any song
So
close to your heart.
it should be from, like, should have some music also, right?
Not emotional, sir.
Any, whatever you can do. And please, guys,
No, I mean, some accompanying karaoke to that.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, sure, sir.
yes, sir.
So I don't know, like, should I play it here itself? Can you hear that? Can you hear this if I play it?
So play at least.
Okay, it's like I'm playing it there.
Okay.
Can you hear this?
Yes, sir.
एक हाई पेइंग सैलरी के लिए बहुत बड़े प्रमोशन के लिए
These
आपको आना
ads.
चाहिए एडवांस एक्सेल के साथ
You should
These
use
ads.
ad blocker, sir, to block all these ads.
Okay, I'm not that into this,
Brave, sir, brave. Just a second.
Please be. Guys, let's listen.
ना जाने अब कहाँ से चुराई मेरी गजल, ना जाने कब कहाँ से चुराई मेरी गजल, उस शौक ने मुझे को सुनाई मेरी गजल, ना जाने कब कहाँ से चुराई मेरी गजल।
Is it okay?
So it was
Wonderful.
amazing.
Okay.
देखो देखो कितना यहाँ ऐसा ऊपर ऐसा गुलाबी कितने देखो देखो जैसे मेरे इरादे वैसे ही था तेरे यहाँ कितने नादान मेरे के अलावा कभी दिल को मालूम मैं खो जाऊँ अब ऐसा करो के दिल जुड़ ना पाए वक्त तेरी बातों से बिखर जाऊँ माना समाना के बाद यहाँ खुदने आँखों में हो बात अब आए तो ठहर और कुछ ना जरा मेरे दिल के बारे में बस मैं संभल लेकिन कभी कोई जब भी पड़े कहानी मेरी मेरी आँखों में
Amazing.
Is it?
Amazing.
Amazing.
That is really, really amazing of you.
Really amazing, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. It's your all energy that made me sing that actually.
So
But
can we
yeah. Yes.
can we talk on Dristikon like thinking in another way? Can
Prince.
we
I understand that you guys all have various questions. I don't know if sir is free or not. We are already exceeded our time limit. Like it was, I guess, for 1 hour. We can do one thing. Like we actually, sir, like let me tell you very clearly. As you tell me that, don't be fear of judgment, and you are very like you are being someone who helped me to open my eyes to see within myself, like within me.
Yeah.
So I was very, first of all, we are very skeptical that what will be people like, are the people coming here or not, and what will their opinion. But the thing is, the session was very successful, and people will come in next session too. So if you are
Okay.
free, let's do another session. We will take various questions from different
Yes.
people and their perspective, and then
Yeah.
we can ask it. Okay,
Sure.
if that
Sure.
works. Otherwise,
Yeah.
well, because I know questions are not going to end, and
Yeah.
बीच रात मध्य रात्रि तक चल जाएगी चीजें,
No,
and
it's
हमें करना
yeah,
पड़ेगा.
I know. It's like even I'm also enjoying this because it's like it's good to like talk to the like young generation, right? I think this Ahmed has raised a hand. Some a lot of people.
If someone wants, okay, so
Yeah,
we are done
we
with
can
everything. If
continue for
someone
another
wants,
10 minutes. When we'll close that. Okay,
yeah,
no
we can
problem.
start a Q&A
Yeah.
session. If someone wants to ask some question, we can do that. Okay. Tushar has
Hmm.
raised his hand. Tushar, please, can you unmute yourself and ask question if you have any?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, good evening.
Sir, actually, I think that before I go on explaining my questions and all, let me give my chance to others so that they can ask questions first.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't have any question, but I want something else. So,
What? What? Tell me.
sir, it will be better if we discuss it at the end of this session. So, let us first focus on the queries of other students. So it
Okay.
will be fine.
Okay. Okay. Your
Uh,
psychological building like suspense.
A mystery, sir.
Yes.
We have
Right.
Lakshiti. Lakshiti, please unmute yourself.
yes. Sir, how can we manage stress? Like,
By
um,
accepting stress.
hmm,
Like
Yes.
you are capable of stress and you can handle stress. Like how do you handle a mirchi in your like food, you know?
I don't eat mirchi, sir, actually.
That is
I
why
take a lot.
you are a sweet person, okay?
Thank you.
So you see the moment you withheld something, the moment you want to like say no to something, it becomes stress, okay? So you just like let it flow. Like what's wrong in that? Okay, like for example, like right now, like when I'm talking to you, like my microphone fails, like somebody's calling me and like somebody's disturbing all that. When I accept that this is all natural thing to happen, okay? So that's the thing. That's what I told you from the early beginning. Like that's what ego tells you. You know, ego says that like I'm good, everything else is bad. So it's our inside thing which creates that kind of a thing. Okay, if you understand that whatever someone else is doing is fine. Like believe or not, like I had a lot of anger issues like early in my life, and then I learned that this anger thing, it's like what someone else is doing, that's not me, you know. It's like I'm different, that person is different. If you accept that, this acceptance is like very huge thing. Actually, we don't accept people, we don't accept anything. That's what this whole world has put at, like we are human. That's why all this happy souls, you know, they become sages and they run away to the Himalayas. They don't want to be in this world. Because this religion, caste, creed, all these color differences, height is like everything, there is a difference. So it makes us like feel bad for everything. We are
Yes.
unique, unique people, that's all.
So we have Arjit with us. Arjit, please unmute yourself. Arjit,
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah,
you are
yeah.
audible.
First of all, sir, I have met you in RCM College Bhubaneswar in the Ashwamedha event. It is
Okay,
great
okay,
meeting you then.
okay.
And sir, my question to you is it really important to compare yourself with others?
No,
Like
the
people say that if you
absolutely.
don't compare yourself, then you will not upgrade yourself, or rather, you will not improve yourself in that field, something like
Uh,
that. So,
no,
is it important really?
it's not a comparison. It's the benchmark that people tell you, you know, that you need to reach there, you need to that. Again, that's absolutely like it's entirely the whole process is wrong. Why should you like why should you compare yourself with someone else? Okay, like I know like we dress ourselves like someone else. So that's just a little bit of like influence that we have in our lives. That's all. But you forget your own self. That's where that ego also comes, you know. Ego, you should have a good positive ego. It makes you different from others. You should have a positive ego that you are different. Nobody else is like you. Actually, you are unique. You are like that's how it is. So comparison is like totally wrong.
Sir, I
You
have
So,
another question.
Arjit,
yeah.
yes, Arjit.
That is comparing yourself with past yourself important?
No, because that past is like other form of you which is gone. Okay, so you our entire human being, this entire body changes every 60 days. This tells, like, if you look at your own selfie at the last year, you don't look the same. Okay. So how can you compare yourself with that thing? You're thinking about it, you're comparing. That is what your mind says, to waste your time. Okay. Don't waste your time
Okay,
thinking
sir.
about the past. Okay. Because
Thank you
past
so
you
much, sir. Thank you.
cannot change it.
So what I have understand by the ego, like ego analogy you have given, that have ego with yourself, like try to have ego. Like for example, if I'm saying something that I have to do this, set an ego that yes I have to do this, but don't be egoistic person when it comes to your relationships, right, sir?
No, it's like, see, ego is like a diamond. Okay.
Okay.
So, like, a diamond has to be in a ring and it has to wear on your finger. That is what the society makes you of. But you are a diamond. Like, nobody can shape you. Okay.
Okay.
You have to shape yourself. And you are different. Your diamond color is like maybe green color. It's not that white thing.
Okay. So we have Prince. Prince, please.
Yes, sir.
Unmute yourself and ask the
Can I
question.
say in Hindi?
हाँ
Yes,
एकदम
yeah,
एकदम भाई, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है.
सर जैसे कि हम जानते हैं हम आत्मा है, हम आत्मा है, लेकिन हम आत्मा है ये ही नहीं समझ पाते हैं आत्मा क्या है। आत्मा, परमात्मा, पुरुष, ये तत्व को नहीं जान पाते हैं। क्या आप इसको इलाबोरेट करेंगे, जैसा कुछ फील हो जाए? फील
नहीं, क्यों नहीं जान पाते ये बताओ।
जैसे कि होता है ना, हम
देखो
आत्मा
तुम
है
प्रिंस हो, राइट? नहीं, मैं सिंपल बताता हूँ। ओके, तुम प्रिंस हो। ओके,
यस सर।
अगर मैं तुम्हें नहीं मिलूंगा तो कैसे पता चलेगा मुझे कि तुम क्या हो?
देन हाउ टू फील इट?
तुम अपने आत्मा से मिले हो क्या कभी?
आत्मा ही
कभी मिले हो? कभी बात की हो खुद से? अपने अंदर जो आत्मा है उससे कभी बात की हो?
नहीं, ये मन से बात की है, आत्मा
हाँ,
से
वो
थोड़ी।
मन, जो मन है तो मन तो मंद बुद्धि है ना, मन। वो मन से बात की हो, आत्मा से नहीं। आत्मा से बात करना सीखो, कैसे आत्मा से बात करना है, हाउ टू टॉक, कैसे बात करना है। सुनो मन की, जो अभी मन की आवाज ही हम सुनते हैं, यही तो बोला ना। हम जब सुनते हैं ना, हम जो साउंड होता है, ये साउंड सिर्फ मन का होता है। आत्मा का साउंड हम सुनते ही नहीं है, क्योंकि उसके तरफ हम ध्यान ही नहीं देते। जब ध्यान देना शुरू करेंगे तब फील करोगे लाइक कैसा है, क्योंकि हमारा एंटायर बॉडी हमसे बात करता है, वही आत्मा है, वही इसका अंदर है। हम क्या करते हैं, दूसरों के आवाज से हम अपने आप को, लाइक ही सेड, कंपेयर करते हैं। ओके, लाइक मैं थोड़ा आज मोटा हो गया हूँ, कौन बोलता है? दूसरा बोलता है। लाइक मुझे पतला होना चाहिए, मुझे ये होना चाहिए, मुझे ये होना है। हाँ भरद्वाज, 5-6 आदमी, 5-6 क्यों, रावण के 10-15 थे। हमारे अंदर 5, आज के युग में हमारे अंदर एटलीस्ट 30-40 होंगे। ओके, जितना पालोगे उतना रहेंगे। उन सबको पालना बंद कर दो। ओके, उन सबको लाइक बोलो भाई बहुत हो गया, अभी चुप बैठ के उधर। तो जैसे तुम्हारे कुछ अच्छे दोस्त होते हैं, बुरे दोस्त होते हैं, तुम आइडेंटिफाई कर लेते हो ना कि
Yes, sir.
ये दोस्त हमेशा लाइक मुझे प्रॉब्लम में डाल देता है। ओके, तो इसके पास नहीं जाना है। और तुम अपने ये सारे लोगों को चुप ऐसे भी बोल सकते हो, चुप कर बैठो, चुप। दिमाग में ऐसे कह सकते हो, वो कभी नहीं डिस्टर्ब करेंगे। और ये सब होता है क्यों पता है ना? ये सब होता है इसीलिए कि हम लोग ना आलसी हो गए हैं। हम लोग अपना ध्यान जिस चीज के लिए डालना है उसने नहीं डालते, और ये सब आके हमको डिस्टर्ब करते हैं। वेले होके घर बैठेंगे तब ये सब लोग आके हमारे ऊपर बैठ जाएंगे। तुम अगर सुबह उठ के भागोगे 20 किलोमीटर, 30 किलोमीटर, ये लोग पीछे रह जाएंगे, आगे नहीं जा सकते तुम्हारे साथ। ओके, ये सब आके तुम्हारा लाइक चारों तरफ घूम के तुम्हारा टाइम वेस्ट करते हैं, सब कुछ गड़बड़ करवाते हैं। ओके एसएनएम,
One more question, sir.
यस सर। सर मेरा सवाल ये है कि मैंने ना अपने स्कूल के दिनों में थोड़ा सा म्यूजिक और संगीत सीखने का ट्राई किया था। तो मैं एक लोकल टीचर के यहाँ गया था जो मतलब थोड़ा जानते थे। तो मैं, लेकिन सर प्रॉब्लम क्या है ना, हम लोग इस चीज पे बने नहीं रह पाते। मैंने 1 महीना लगभग गिटार की थोड़ी प्रैक्टिस की, स्ट्रमिंग वगैरह पे। और थोड़ा रियाज वगैरह जो भी वो करवाते थे उतना किया। उसके बाद 1 महीने बाद मैंने अपने आप ही वो छोड़ दिया क्योंकि मुझे ज्यादा टफ लगा, मैं उस पर बना नहीं रह पाया। तो मैं ये जानना चाह रहा हूँ सर कि ऐसी जब स्किल सेट होते हैं, मतलब ऐसी जो लर्निंग्स होती हैं, उस चीज को कैसे अप्रोच करना चाहिए, क्योंकि इसमें काफी ज्यादा टाइम और प्रैक्टिस चाहिए होती है और अपने आवाज का ख्याल रखना पड़ता है, बहुत सारी चीजें हैं इस चीज में।
हाँ, जो जितना बड़ा लाइक जितना बड़ा मतलब कला होती है, लाइक स्किल सेट, जो स्किल्स की बात करेंगे ना, सी इट इज कॉल्ड स्किल्स, ओके, इट इज नॉट कॉल्ड टैलेंट. Talent is something that you are born with. Skill is something that you develop.
हाँ,
So
यस सर, राइट सर।
स्किल को डेवलप करना पड़ता है. टैलेंट को मेरे पास है, मेरे पास गाने का टैलेंट है, लेकिन मैं गाऊंगा नहीं तो कैसे डेवलप होगा, राइट? तो पहले अंडरस्टैंड करो उसको, और आंख बंद करके लाइक एवरी डे 15 मिनट्स यू डिवोट टू दैट. ओके, मे बी जब तुम वो सब कर रहे थे, मे बी तुम बच्चे थे, तुम्हारा माइंड मैच्योर नहीं हुआ था. ओके, अभी मैच्योर हुआ है, थोड़ा ट्राई करो. क्योंकि मे बी गिटार तुमको बहुत टफ लगा कि, या उसको लाइक लगा कि ये नहीं कर सकता, कि वो नहीं कर सकते. माइंड माइंड तो हार मान जाता है ना हर चीज को. तो बिना हार माने अगर कुछ करोगे. हाँ, क्या लिखा? डेली डायरी राइटिंग इज अ वे टू नो योर सेल्फ. यस, बिफोर यू स्लीप इफ यू राइट अ डायरी. ये सब हम देखो, प्रॉब्लम क्या, हम ह्यूमन है ना, हमको सब पता होता है क्या करना है क्या नहीं करता, हम कुछ करते नहीं. ये चीज है. डायरी राइटिंग में लिखो, आराम से हो जाएगा. हर चीज थोड़ा थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस करो, बस प्रैक्टिस और कुछ नहीं, वो अभ्यास करो. डायरी राइटिंग 21 डेज नॉन स्टॉप करके दिखाओ, फिर ऑटोमेटिकली यू विल सी वेयर यू बिकम एक्चुअली. सबको हम करते नहीं है एक्चुअली, हम कुछ भी नहीं करते. हम सिर्फ नॉलेज कलेक्ट करते हैं, नॉलेज को यूज नहीं करते.
हाँ सर, एक सवाल और है सर, जैसे क्या आपको ऐसा लगता है कि आजकल हम लोग इंफॉर्मेशन ओवरलोड ज्यादा करते हैं अपने ऊपर और यूज कम करते हैं उस इंफॉर्मेशन का?
हाँ करते हैं. क्यों? बिकॉज इट्स लाइक वो फोमो इफेक्ट होता है. ओके, सो जब इंफॉर्मेशन सब कुछ को किसी चीज में बात करते हैं, यू नो वन थिंग, आई हैवंट सीन अ क्रिकेट मैच फॉर द लास्ट 15 years. ओके, मुझे 15 साल पहले जब लाइक पहली बार न्यूज़ आया कि कुछ फिक्सिंग होता है मैच, ओके, आफ्टर दैट डे आई थॉट ये लोग तो हमको लाइक बहुत ही बुद्धू बना रहे हैं, एंड आई एम वेस्टिंग माय टाइम इन दैट. So I stopped watching cricket and I was released from that because it was stopping me from music and other things. Well, because the world wants you to, sit and become it. You become a consumer. That's all. Okay, you don't become a.
Yes.
छोड़ दो सारे चीजें, जो जो चीजें तुमको लगती
हाँ सर, बर्डन हटाना जरूरी होता है, मतलब आगे बढ़ने के लिए।
क्लटर बोल रहे हैं ना, क्लटर. घर में जैसे बहुत साल पहले पुराना चीजें पड़े रहते हैं, एरिया खराब करके रखते हैं, सबको क्लीन करो. माइंड को भी ऑटोमेटिक वो, इट विल गिव यू स्पेस टू पुट इन योर लाइक पॉजिटिव एनर्जीज.
राइट
सर
सर।
आर यू
सो सर बेसिकली वी हैव मल्टीपल स्टूडेंट जो भी बात करना चाहते हैं. तो हमारे मतलब बहुत सारे हैं, एक सबका कॉमन डाउट है सर, क्या आप यूट्यूब पे या फिर कोई भी सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म पे हो?
नहीं,
नहीं.
that's what, no, see, the world's biggest thing in world, I'm telling you, is to stay anonymous.
Okay.
Okay, your biggest success is that.
So
See,
staying in
you do whatever you want to do in your life. You do whatever you want to do. Okay, and don't let even second person know that you're doing it. ये लाइफ का सबसे बड़ा important, because why should anyone else like enjoy what you are doing? Because nobody else enjoys actually.
Got it, sir.
What you
Sir,
want to do, you do it for yourself and be anonymous. I had been to this place called Budapest. In Budapest, there is the monument of this person called Anonymous. If you go and search, this person named Anonymous, he has written a lot of poems and a lot of like phrases and like things, but he has not used his name. He has said like Anonymous. So you remain like that. Okay, ये limelight का चीज है, like बर्बाद कर देती है actually. That's why I'm not there in YouTube, because see, those who want like me to talk to them, they will come to me. As in, like you all have come to me today. That's all.
got it, sir.
But
So
sir, still, how will we reach you? जैसे आप अगर इस सेशन के बाद अगर हम आपसे कभी भी कनेक्ट होना चाहें या फिर कभी भी कैसे भी, तो कोई तो एक तरीका होना चाहिए ना सर कि
Yes, you can like connect me for what? Tell me.
सर जैसे जैसे संगीत वाली बात हो गई या फिर किसी
Okay.
भी चीज से रिलेटेड
Okay.
क्वेश्चन सर जैसा कि दृष्टि
Yes.
दिव्य दृष्टि वगैरह।
Okay. I will let Atul like share my WhatsApp number. You can WhatsApp me. You can you can send your like things. I will reply to them. Okay. Because see, I understand life में अभी problem क्या है, like we don't have a person to talk to sometimes. Okay. And that's how it creates. We can meet here like monthly once. I'll definitely come and meet you all. Okay. So if you are like eager to talk to me, so for me also it's like good to like share certain things, but it's okay, like whenever we can meet and talk and stuff like that, so it'll happen. See, don't worry. See, now what you are getting into is like you are getting attached to this session. Okay. So everything in life is like, just enjoy it and then move on to the next one.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir.
So, sir, yes, Anand.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
First of
Overthinking
all,
and
yes, sir.
negative thoughts. Somebody
Yes,
has written about overthinking, negative thoughts. This is what I'm telling you from the very beginning. Work on something called your pineal gland. Work on something called the nada. Okay. Work on like how to develop it. So this is because this is very important, because you need to understand. Uh, See, one simple way of doing it, there is something called a trataka. Okay. Just light one lamp or a candle. Okay. And stare at it for like till your eyes start like tears start like flowing from it. Okay. So that's one way of like improving everything in your life. And that diary writing, somebody had said, every day when you go to sleep, you write something. It's the most powerful thing actually, because these are the things people will not talk in YouTube and other things. They will not tell you actually. See, people don't tell you like 80%, they tell you only 20%. They'll tell you like, because they don't want anyone to improve, they just want to like enjoy it. So हम लोग लिखना जब बंद कर देंगे, that's the end of our life. You need to write with a pen and paper every time. Okay, basic things.
Excuse me, sir.
Overthinking is all about, over 1 second.
Tushar,
Just I'll finish it
Tushar,
off.
let's continue.
Yeah, overthinking is all about that personal ego that you have. Nothing else. Okay. When you are overthinking, you are worrying about something. You are all worrying about yourself. You're all thinking about like what will happen. Okay. Like, why did my girlfriend did not call me for 2 days?
So for
Okay.
that, someone has to have someone. Otherwise, it's something hypothetical question. It's a hypothetical question, sir.
And then you are very happy actually. Good.
Indeed, sir. Indeed, sir.
Yeah.
People say that you are happy. That's the reason.
Yeah. That's the problem. Society pressure. Like, to have a girlfriend is a pressure. Not to have a girlfriend also is a pressure.
It's also pressure.
And dealing with girlfriend is the biggest pressure.
Exactly.
Because I will tell you, but this is
Yes, sir,
part
please.
of life. Okay, part of growing up. Okay.
One thing, sir, I want to like share to everyone that आप लोग कह रहे थे कि सर का नंबर मिल जाए, वो मिल जाए, ठीक है, दैट इज समथिंग जो कि सर बहुत बड़े दिल के हैं, वो दे दे। हम लोग क्या करने वाले हैं, आप लोग अल्फाज ज्वाइन करो, काजीरंगा पे ज्वाइन करो, कहीं भी आप रहो, डजंट डिपेंड आप कहाँ से हो, आपको हम लोग एक Q&A सेशन करेंगे सर, एवरीवनस क्वेश्चन, and then we can do multiple session, 2 or 3 session, if you are comfortable with that, sir.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yes, but I'll tell you, like after 2 sessions you'll get bored of me also. like everything in your life that you get bored of.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the problem with life, like we get things but we get bored of.
We get bored of it.
Yeah, because we don't do, we want like something different. Yeah, Tushar is
अगर
want to say
फील
something.
होते हैं, फील कर
Yeah.
So we have Tushar with us, the final question of Tushar, and then we can end this session.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, first of all, let me ask a question, and after that, I will proceed with the message for all.
Okay.
It's a common question that how to eliminate the power of procrastination.
Okay. So, what is procrastination?
Sir, shifting our task
It's
for
yeah,
tomorrow.
that shifting part, right? It's that is what our ego is doing it actually. See, procrastination, like, does any of the animal kingdom do they procrastinate? Like,
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
does do like one thing, like only intelligent people procrastinate because
Sapiens.
they have 4 5 options available.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and they think that, okay, this I can do in 2 minutes. Why will I do now? Those who don't think too much, they just do it if someone tells you something. But intelligent people think that doing what other people tell us is stupidity. Okay,
Okay.
so
So
just to like when you want to like procrastinate, like procrastination. See, there's a lovely book called Flow. Okay, so this flow of your mind, that what you have, okay, you also as a energy build, like source of energy, or like a energy machine, you need to flow. Like if you do things like that, you will not have procrastination because you will have a task ahead of you every second. So keeping one task in front of you and just doing it, simple task. I think that's this starting. See, everything you start off, what we do is like we make things very big. We don't do the small things. Next time you procrastinate doing something, you do like 15 push-ups. Yes, start with small, just one step. See, this rewarding and punishment, these two things, if we remove from our life, we will never procrastinate. We constantly punish or reward. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
okay, sir. So Tushar, you are done with your questions.
One message is left.
Yeah. Yeah, Tushar,
Okay.
tell.
As we conclude this extraordinary session, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for your enlightening presence. Your words have resonated deeply with us, and we are thankful to Rishabh and Atul for making this experience possible. Today, we have discussed on various concepts regarding the sound, poetry, definition, and ways to manage ego and stress, things that define our personality, identifying who we are in reality, value of time and energy, meditation, etc. There will be members who are new to our Alfaaz Club who might be getting network issues, language barriers in the session, and so on. So, I would like to request you to share with us a mantra, a phrase, or a reflection that will inspire us to follow the wisdom gained today into our day-to-day life.
Okay, thank you so much. And I think the last Sri Vidya, something, she was raising her hand. Just last one.
Do you have someone who wants to ask any question? Please ask, man. We have to wrap it up, otherwise sir is also getting
Yeah.
late.
Sir,
No, no.
sir, can you give us few book recommendations on yoga or
Same,
any
sir.
your favorite subject?
Okay.
Let's do one thing, sir. Let's wrap this meet. Before that, give us 3 books recommendation that we have to read. Like people go and मुझे किताबें पढ़ने मुझे बताओ, पर कोई पढ़ता नहीं सर. हमें पढ़ना होगा, ऐसी किताबों के बारे में बताओ. And then Atul can wrap up this. Since
Yes,
Atul
sir.
has started this meet, Atul will wrap today's meet.
Okay. Okay, definitely. I think, see, reading a book itself is a big task nowadays. Okay. And getting into a book and understanding the book is also a huge task. But before you get into that, I would suggest, like every day, like to walk at least 6 kilometers.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, for a month at least do that. And then that the first book you should read is that Flow, which I talked about. Okay, Flow. And see, I don't actually know all of you. Like, if you like share what are the things, or what are you studying, and like what is your future aim and ambition, stuff like that. So on that basis of things, like you need to um, like
Okay.
understand. Okay.
I can tell about myself. Like there are people who don't want to tell about them because they think if they tell, things can get worse. But I
Mhm.
can tell about myself. Most of us are studying data science as their data science and AI.
Hmm.
And so most of us are studying data science, and most of us might be seeing us in a some kind of IT role, I would say. But I see
Hmm.
myself in a leadership role, maybe managing something. That is something which came from me. But yeah, that is me, sir. But I
Okay.
cannot say in the everyone.
No, that's next time when we meet.
Yes, sir.
Uh, See, this is your day job. Okay,
Okay, sir.
IT is something that you're earning your money, and like, but that's not your passion or like your goal of life.
Okay, sir.
So like your goal of life, maybe some like your goal of life is to do something. Okay, so think about it, like what is that thing that you need to like, what is, because you're all growing up, your mindset and everything is like changing, stuff like that. So um, I I I don't think that right now you should be like thinking about what book you should read and what is happening and all that thing. So yeah, that's again that somebody has written, Siddharth by Herman has. See, these are all like fun books. Okay, books that you study. The main thing what you should focus right now is like practicing something. Okay, instead of reading a book, because you are not even ready to read a book right now. So that is what happens. So like we if you start reading a book and slowly after like 20-30 pages, the very objective of reading that book, like it becomes diluted. So that's the whole thing, but the main focus, it should be like you should be practicing something. Like at this age, like you should be like building your mental like strength, and that comes with like yoga exercises. Okay, and doing some like pranayam practices, breathing practices. So invest 15 to 20 minutes into that. And then, since you are data science students and you are studying that, I would suggest you completely devote yourself to your profession right now. Focus on your studies, climb it and become something, or maybe start working in a good MNC company and stuff like that. After that, when you reach that stuff, okay, so you can get some time for yourself to invest and become like something like what you are aspiring for, like what is the real self of yours. So you can just read that Flow by Mikhail Mishaiski. It's the name of that author. So so you can Google it, you can find that. So that's a very good book. I think anyone who's like our religious, doesn't matter which religion you belong to, your own personal religious book. Okay, so that book contains a lot of things. But again, I told you, like now we have moved on to a world where reading and like studying and doing all this, it's like enough of it right now. Okay, it's now to practice. So just go out and like play and do yoga, pranayam, all that stuff. Okay, done it.
Yeah.
Just practice, practice something. Maybe I would love if you purchase a flute and start learning a flute, something
Okay.
like that. So some time of your like time, 15-20 minutes, you do something for yourself. Okay, it's not about eating and sleeping and drinking and like moving around with friends and all that. You're learning one special skill that you have. I told you that from the very beginning, that Zohari window, that unknown space. the space where even you or like your friends don't know like what you have inside you. So you find that out first, and that keep on continuing with this thing. Okay, maybe next time, like if like you can find your own path. That's books are always there.
सर ये अननोन
Just
स्पेस वाली
just one
बात क्या
thing, if
थी
you
सर, वो मैं समझ नहीं पाया। अननोन स्पेस,
yeah,
ये जो सर आपने,
unknown
हाँ
express here. अभी पहले जब मैंने लाइक सेशन शुरू हुआ ना, लाइक मैंने एक जोहारी विंडो के बारे में बात किया था. सो जोहारी विंडो एक यू कैन गूगल इट, फाइंड आउट व्हाट इज जोहारी, JOHARI, जोहारी विंडो. ओके, तो ये ट्राई करो, उसको पढ़ो, उसको एक्चुअली समझो, उसमें लिखा है कंप्लीटली. दैट्स व्हाट द एंटायर प्रोसेस इज ऑल अबाउट.
यस सर, थैंक यू सर।
Okay,
Okay,
so
Rishabh.
guys, I think it's time to wrap up this session. Sir, actually, we can't thank you enough for being with us today. Your words, your wisdom, and the way you connected with all of us have like truly left us this unforgettable memory. You have given us so much to think about. Your insights on mindfulness, life, and each and everything has actually left a lasting impression on all of us. We also want to sincerely apologize for any inconvenience caused during the session, whether it was
No,
technical
nothing at all.
glitches, yeah,
No.
or anything else. And so,
Yes.
once again, thank you for inspiring us and making this event so meaningful. We hope
Yes.
you to have the honor of hosting you again in the future. Thank you so much, sir.
Definitely. I'm having a future vision, like where like Atul will be in Germany and Rishabh will be in somewhere in America or somewhere. Okay,
No,
and
sir.
still we'll be
I
having
want to be in
this.
India.
No, just like that, for like traveling or somewhere, and we'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
meeting here.
Yes, sir. Again, sir.
Surely, sir.
That's
Okay.
for sure.
With your boon.
Sure. Yeah.
And
Okay, Atul, thank you very much for inviting me, and it was a pleasure
Thank you
talking
so
to
much,
you
sir.
all.
thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much,
It's
sir.
my
Thank you.
pleasure, sir, taking your interview, or not
थैंक
interview,
यू सर,
having a conversation
Thank
with
you,
you.
sir.
लव यू
That's
सर,
so
लव यू
good.
सर,
Thank
थैंक
you
यू
so
सर।
much.
So it felt
Yeah.
And
very
thanks once
interactive
again,
for
everyone,
you all.
for joining us. Have a very good
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
night.
Thank
And
you, everyone.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, Prakash,
Thank you, sir.
Bharadwaj. Thank you.
थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, sir.
Good night.
Thanks, sir. Good night.
Good
Nice.
night, Prince.